How are you guys doing today? Hope you're all enjoying the weekend. I just woke up from a nap, so yeah, a little bit sleepy still, but pretty good, pretty good. It's sunny out here, so quite nice. Lots of sun, lots of heat, no rain, so yeah. Honestly, I'm just staying inside more and going outside later because it's so hot. How about you guys? Anyone touching grass today or charts? SEI is about to fill the entry, if anyone is interested. I mean, we're going to go over trades and stuff again when we actually start, but just got an alarm. So yeah, but depends what Bitcoin and ETH are going to do. I'm kinda watching a move here and then bam bam down. This entry is based on liquidity pretty much. Take out these highs, maybe move down and move again up, and then the real move down. Yeah, I was hoping for higher on Bitcoin, but we can still get that. Yeah, exactly. Only Saturday, so I think we can get some more price action to the upside still. But overall, I'm looking for sub 100k Bitcoin, like as we discussed. Should we wait a little bit, guys, or let's start and get into the stuff? Yeah, sure. Let's slowly get on with it. Nice. Your work call for that your project with Coinbase, or what was that project? I forgot. Okay guys, so let's start. Let's get into the charts. We are going to check out S&P, gold, Bitcoin of course, shitcoins. Look for some setups I posted, and TOTAL3 and TOTAl. So yeah, we can have a better understanding of the market and what could follow. So yeah, let's firstly go to the S&P because it's the least to update. I'm still looking for new all-time highs, but like again, nothing to update really. Holding this trend line, consolidating, not doing much. I would be open for maybe some more downside in the push. Red box resistance to break. So far price didn't even touch the red box, but yeah, around here I would look for a next high. But again, as I keep saying, for like how long? Yeah, it's going to be slowly 3 weeks now. Nothing is happening here, so pretty much boring. But that might be a good thing, that S&P is just chilling here and nothing is going on. I prefer seeing this like just go sideways instead of probably nuking, because that's also an option. If we start to see weakness on S&P, I would look for these lows to be taken out, and we still have a gap that is unfilled here. So that could be a bear case, but that's pretty much it. So yeah, let's go to Bitcoin now. So I took a short. Hope some of you got in. It was on what, Friday? Yeah. Pretty much entire week of nothing, consolidation, chop. I was going crazy. This was really painful to be in. I tried to take some trades, but this was pure pain. Then finally made a move on Friday and pretty fast rejection. So yeah, I'm still in this short. I took like 20-30% profits, something like that. And now what I'm waiting for is if Bitcoin is going to move up again into this red box. Here I would like to add back 50% of my position, maybe a little bit more, because you have pretty clean invalidation. Stop loss should be above these highs, in my opinion, above range mid, and basically I would just aim for sub these lows, because we have 0.31 support here at below 100k. There I would look to long, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Most of the things I already said and posted. For the weekend I would expect maybe just like Bitcoin to go up down, drive everyone mad again, not do much. Probably we get a move tomorrow from Sunday into Monday. These are the two trades I posted today. For me, I'm not taking them as a new trade. I will just add on these two entries I'm adding to my short. So yeah, this one pretty tight stop loss, because above here this is the high probability entry in my opinion, but just in case price does not come so high, there's a setup lower. So if you are not in shorts, either wait for the higher entry or just pay a small stop loss and enter the big position, and then you should make the loss back with this short. But that's just assuming this idea plays out. Because keep in mind, above these highs there's a lot of liquidity building up, so it's not impossible. Bitcoin could just like turn back up and take out all this liquidity, but I doubt that's gonna happen. In my opinion, let's clean the chart a little bit. In my opinion, what's the most likely scenario here? Bitcoin may push up to our short entry, but I think it's likely going to drop, take out these lows and come inside this zone, so from 89 to 99k, and then make a move up. So ideally, again, I'm gonna post the setup once price is lower. I would make something like this probably. Stop loss right at 97k, I'd say, maybe a little bit lower, but it's a bit tricky because like here you have a small demand zone, so then are you placing your stop loss above or below? I personally would prefer above, just for better risk reward, but yeah, probably I'm posting it like this. And then ideally, best case scenario, we aim for all-time highs, but what I would be ready for is for Bitcoin come down, take out the lows, fill our long entry, pump back up, and the pump is just a lower high, so it turns back down. So why is that? Because we have a CME gap around here. That's what, pretty much at 90k there is a CME gap. So over the summer it would not surprise me to see price just slowly bleed and chop into that zone, and after that the next leg up starts. And honestly, that would still look bullish, because like if we go back, we can see that Bitcoin, once it starts really running, it goes pretty fast. So let's say we hit 90k, around there, and let's copy the fractal. We would still get like pretty high after it, and that would be just a what, yeah, 50% increase, hit 90k and pump to the 130-40 ish, and that would be still a bullish case to me, honestly. So I'm kinda leaning into this plan to see sub 100k, pump back up, and then we have to be careful if it's going to be a lower high or actually pump into the all-time highs. If it's a lower high, I would try to find a next short and then enter around now 90k, and at that point I would probably go heavy on that long and aim for the all-time highs, because like that would mean Bitcoin would come around here, and you could say this is a demand zone, although it's been broken, but a zone nonetheless. Here this box acted as support, resistance, and then flipped back into support. So to me it would make it would be totally logical to see something like this and then move up and blow off top later this year and move down. I would definitely consider this scenario, so don't get overly bullish, because over the summer we can easily move down. And in confluence to this scenario, we can look at USDT dominance. USDT dominance, honestly, it's been pretty good doing TA with pitchforks on USDT dominance and basically taking trades on Bitcoin that match TA on USDT dominance. So yeah, basically pitchforks showed the bottom here at what, 4.43%, and then move up. So yeah, from here I have this red box at what, 5.05%. That could be the next local high or place where USDT dominance rejects. So how that translates to Bitcoin, we see USDT dominance push again up. Bitcoin would push below 100k, and once this first red box is hit, USDT dominance rejects down and Bitcoin would pump. So that's pretty much my idea how I want to find confluence for the longs after we sweep 100k, because my idea is that we're going to sweep 100k. I don't think we're going to move up before that. So yeah, from there, let's say this all plays out, comes to the red box, rejects. Here, Bitcoin pumps. After that, I would try to find the next support for USDT dominance, and if USDT dominance bounces to this upper red box, which is my next big target, for 5.5%, this would likely mean Bitcoin is correcting much lower to 90k, and this whole idea would play out. And if USDT dominance rejects this first red box, the smaller one, and creates a lower high, that would likely mean Bitcoin is moving to all-time highs and not visiting lower prices. So that's pretty much what I will be using to find confluence on my Bitcoin trades, and to know when to enter and when to exit, when to be careful, and when we can let trades ride. So yeah, I'm short in Bitcoin. So until this red box is reached, I will remain short. Then I will exit and look for longs. Now let's check Bitcoin dominance. Pretty much playing out. No tops. I see people calling for Bitcoin dominance is going to top. Bitcoin dominance has stopped, all season coming, but guys, let's go on weekly. This is the strongest uptrend you can find on crypto charts right now. I really don't think this is going to break anytime soon. Honestly, at this point, because it's so high, I would look for these highs here back in 2019. So you could look for a sweep of these highs, pretty much a move up, and then we maybe get an alt season. But I think at this point, what market has shown us, hoping for alt season is kinda stupid. I don't want to offend anyone. I know a lot of people are holding altcoin bags, but just looking at this chart, it doesn't look likely at the moment that alt season is coming. Yeah, for sure, we can move up to this green box, my next target, and then push down, but I don't think this chart will have a big move down anytime soon. I would just look for higher and trade Bitcoin with size and fuck around on altcoins with small risk. So yeah, again, pretty much following the plan, Bitcoin dominance, happy with that. Let's check out TOTAL3/BTC. Next important chart you should look at, especially for altcoins. If you if you are holding altcoins spot or trading, you should, in my opinion, definitely have this chart on your trading view. So nothing really has happened outside of the plan. Let's just recap. This chart is basically showing the summarized picture of entire altcoin market. At least that's how I understand it. And you can see that it's not looking good at all. Altcoins are moving down versus Bitcoin since what, November 2022. That's like what, yeah. So pretty much this was the November rally after Trump got elected, and this was what, 40% push up. So this was the mini alt season last year. Idea from here is basically this trend line. I don't think altcoins are going to bounce before this chart comes to the trend line again. Right now is just in the process of taking these lows. March 2021. So yeah, after these lows get taken out, I think it's highly likely TOTAL3/BTC is going to this trend line. Maybe it wicks a little bit below, so in short term, more pain for altcoins. So don't be bullish on altcoins, guys, because this chart is telling you all you need to know. Don't be bullish on altcoins before the targets, what, 0.36 get reached, or maybe even 0.35. After that, I think we can get a nice rally, like in November, maybe. Honestly, that would be the best case, I think, that we get the same pump on altcoins as last year in November. And then I think it's pretty likely that TOTAL3/BTC is going to make new macro lows. So pretty much going even lower, meaning altcoins are going even lower. So yeah, again, not bullish on altcoins at all. I would definitely be careful if you have a lot of money in altcoins. As I said, I sold everything I had in like -80% last year, all in USDT, and just trading that because I was holding like some really scam coins that looked like this. So yeah, put this chart on your watch list, or you can just get access to my live charts, and I would definitely use this one for confluence on altcoins. I think it can be a great benefit because it pretty much tells you when to be bearish, when to be bullish, when to short, when to long, etc. So yeah, that's it for this one. Now let's quickly go to total market cap. Pretty much it looks like this is going to break down. It is in the process of breaking down. We had this red box, and the idea was that total has to break above this box to be bullish and aim for these highs. That of course did not happen. It's losing yearly open, so next place where I would look for a bounce is this green box. So that's what, 2.9 trillion, 2.97 trillion. Again, another confirmation that at the moment there's not much bullishness on the charts I presented. Short term, that doesn't mean like long term. I would say maybe weeks, month. But yeah, definitely when we get there, here is a pretty nice demand zone, and pretty much here, and you can see this box has some kind of lines, like this week bounced back here, resistance, so it makes sense to come back down, make it support, and move back up. So yeah, once total gets here, we can probably get some pretty good upside, make some money, and then be careful again. Now let's go to TOTAL3, pretty much playing out as I posted in updates. Idea before was that we could see a trend line break and pump up. Of course, TOTAL3 moved lower, so new idea was to wait for this green box, 760 billion. So why this green box? Pretty much using pitchforks. So for I believe there one new member. So how to use a pitchfork? Basically, you look for the most obvious high, next most obvious low, and after that low, the next most obvious high. And what you wanna do is wait for price to come to this red line and then just go long. So yeah, or basically this red line is a support, just to quickly explain how this works. So yeah, I'm waiting for TOTAL3 to come lower, take out these lows. You could say here is a demand zone, or just like to pull the box to the left. You can see it's valid, like a reaction here, reaction, again reaction, and then it was reclaimed, so makes sense to come down to the macro pitchfork and make the next move up. On the next move up, guys, I would be very careful for lower highs formation, because if we think what I just said for TOTAL3/BTC, it's pretty likely. I mean, we have to see, because markets can change pretty fast and setups get invalidated, but like that's pretty shitty, something like that. Yeah, reach the support area and bounce up. This would be like, let's say what, 15% bounce on TOTAL3. That could give like a mini old season, and then again I would be really careful for lower high. But yeah, nothing to do before the green box is hit, and again you can access this chart on live charts in the member section. So yeah, and I think you can also copy it to your own account on TradingView. So yeah, that's that. Now let's jump to gold. So yeah, gold pretty much gold is doing the old season people are wanting in altcoins, guys. Gold is the old season. So we are in the wrong asset. Basically, yeah. What is this chart showing? I had a long idea on gold. If it comes lower to 3,320-ish, I would go long on 200 EMA and aim for new highs. But yeah, overall, maybe it's not a bad idea to sell a portion of altcoins and just buy some gold, silver. I would definitely consider this. I am considering building a commodities based portfolio. What do you guys think? Do you hold any gold or metals? Or are you looking to hold any, buy? Because for upcoming years, I think if you put money to metals, that's probably a smart move. So yeah, pretty much waiting for gold to go lower. If it goes lower, I will definitely long it. If it goes higher, it goes higher. Fuck it. It is what it is. Let's quickly look at silver. This is the long idea I shared for somebody that requested a setup in members. Played out pretty nicely. So let's go on a weekly. Silver is playing out pretty much. We had this channel. Idea is that it's going to move to this red box, and overall I would aim for new all-time highs, but when it comes to the red box I would look for a rejection. You could accumulate here and then the next leg up, but this is a weekly chart, guys, so long-term stuff. I will quickly give a few silver stocks because that's what I'm looking at lately, if you guys are interested. Let's find them. So yeah, and I will put these ones in live charts so you can just get access. So this is the one I'm looking at. What is it? Caledonia Mining Corporation. Broke the trend line and it's moving up. So from here, these highs are probably getting taken out. And if the whole commodity thesis plays out that there will be the actual all season in commodities, this can maybe run all the way to the highs from yeah, pretty way back. So this would be like 20x, guys. That would be insane. I'm looking to buy spot or stocks for my portfolio. This one, like maybe even a trade or just like to represent how this should look. So yeah, I would just accumulate it, aiming for like new highs, and stop loss would be like somewhere here, or if it comes here I would maybe sell or something. So yeah, this is the one. I'm going to put it on live charts. The next one is Tullow oil. So yeah, pretty much same thing. It's down a lot. here is some key levels, and what is interesting, on weekly here is an unfilled gap. So I think it's pretty likely that eventually, this is months guys, price is going to move up and fill this gap. So because from what I see, a lot of these big gaps on stock related charts get filled eventually. So from here, this is what, like a 5x move up. Again, another one I want to have exposure to. I'm going to allocate some money to it, and it's going to be on live chart, so you can see it for yourself. Next one, what is this? First Majestic Silver Corp. So yeah, and I think most of them have a similar pattern or look on the chart. I would wait for a trend line break and a move up again. But yeah, I will not say much about them. I just put them on my watch list, and I haven't bought any shares for exposure, but I will let you know guys once I do. But pretty much these three stocks, silver, gold and platinum, is what I'm looking to build a portfolio. So now we can move to shitcoins guys. If you want any altcoins for me to check out, do any setups, find trades, just like do some technical analysis, write in the chat and we are going to check that out. Oh yeah, just to recap a little bit of mine. I longed hype here. I got stopped out. The idea was price should pump to the red box and then make a lower high and reject, but that didn't happen. I moved my stop loss under these lows and I got stopped out like a few minutes back, but it doesn't matter because the size of this trade is like 20 times smaller than on Bitcoin short, so I don't care really. It has no effect. A little bit sad to take an L just from performance perspective, but it is what it is, doesn't matter. Yeah, so that's hype. I think the party here is over and it's going to come to 25 or lower, so yeah. Say didn't fill, yeah, okay, so not much to do here. Oh yeah, Ethereum, I was looking to take a short here and post it, but looks like it's not getting filled. Yeah guys, drop your altcoins so we can check them, whatever you want. TAO, yeah, sure, let's check TAO. Actually, I had a short trade on TAO and did a pretty stupid mistake of closing it too early. Yeah, it's still here, and I posted it in members section, not as an official trade but as an idea, and I think I told you guys I took it. Basically pretty clean reaction from Fibs. I just got really nervous and closed it. Pretty stupid, but it is what it is. It was not a big size, so yeah, but yeah, at least the idea was right. You're probably looking to long or just for a spot. Yep, yeah. Cool. Let's look at, I mean, let's go on a weekly. Yeah, look. Oh, it's not a lower high, but still, it doesn't look that good. It had a pretty strong move up, we managed to capture some of that. We had a pretty nice long, but yeah, let's go on daily. I think most Fibonacci levels are getting broken by now, so what I would do, just as I showed before, a pitchfork like this. Yeah, let's see. All the way back down. So that would be what? 274, 273. I'm gonna keep an eye on this one and probably post something when it comes that low, because I'm pretty sure it will. So yeah, 280. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much close to mine, so if you use a wide stop loss, it's the same thing. But I would place a lot of confidence into this red line, so I would just wait for maybe 290 and then actually start looking actively for a setup. What is your confluence? Did you use Fibonacci levels or? Let's see. Oh, golden pocket. Yeah, nice. I mean, actually this looks pretty good. I like the setup with the pitchfork. Yeah, that so. Yeah, this looks pretty decent. I mean, still altcoins, you know what I said before, so I would not hope for anything crazy, but definitely, I mean, I would still take it on the red line, but let's be optimistic, and I would maybe do something like this. If it goes lower, it's going way lower, so I would take this. I'm gonna set up alerts, and when alerts hit, I'ma definitely post an update or something. So yeah, scalps. Yeah, I mean, if everything aligns, maybe we get like 2 weeks of upside. So, but yeah, no, I would not hope for anything crazy, as I said. But yeah, and you could say like, you could draw a box, maybe like something like this. But yeah, but pretty much until this level is reached, nothing to do. You could find some shorts maybe if we go a little bit lower, pump back up, and then move down. I'm gonna keep an eye on it on Monday, when Monday high and low develops. Let's say price does this, and this is your Monday low and Monday high, and if price comes below Monday high and to retest it as a resistance, then you will probably see me post a short, something like this. So I'm gonna keep an eye on TAO. Yeah, I mean, that's why we're here, to do TA, to have fun and make some money. Oh, you longed SEI or shorted? You probably shorted, I'm guessing. Yeah, nice one. Let's go on SEI. What is your entry? Because pretty much I was hoping for higher based on liquidity, but we have a lot of liquidity at what, 19 cents, so it's definitely possible that this just moves down to, let's see, where is that? Eh, Damn, that's a pretty clean entry. I I would definitely hold that one. What you can do, in my opinion, is place your stop loss at today's highs, because if it makes a new high, it's probably filling our entry or moving higher. But yeah, seems like a pretty great entry. I would target 90 cents. That would be my TP, but like, to zoom out a little bit, this is my idea for, say, like most of the shitcoins, nuke it down to 0. I would watch for, say, to make like new lows on macro. So yeah, you can maybe TP like 50, 80% and 90 cents and leave something for lower. But yeah, here I'm waiting if in case price pushes up, because you have these two highs here. This is golden pocket and it's rejecting. This is liquidity and this is also liquidity, so it would not surprise me at all if price takes both highs into green box and then the real move starts. But with your entry, you have a pretty great risk to reward, so you're fine. Yeah, 90 cents. 19. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can't see the live charts, but just screenshot this one. Also, you have a pitchfork confluence, so that's pretty great. And Bitcoin is moving down, so that's even better. Like, it has hit pitchfork, so I would be confident in this one, honestly. If you're in, maybe take this screenshot and put it on your chart. So yeah, no problem. Anything else, guys? Because I'm running low on battery, so we'll probably have to end soon. So give me some altcoins quickly. Sol, we took a short, and again, this was the same time we took Tao short. Again, stupid move, closed on break even or small loss and playing out. So yeah, not the best move by me, not the best move, but it is what it is. Again, let's show this, guys. Here is your Solana chart. Here is your Solana chart. Yeah, let's look at XRP. By the way, I would not take this one lightly, because if price breaks below what, 99, yeah, and moves back up as a trend line retest from below, and the whole market aligns with bearishness, it's possible. Like, take out these lows, $8. I would be ready for this, just in case. Like, it's a wild scenario, but if you objectively look at the chart, it looks totally valid to me. Oh yeah. XRP. I mean, guys, I don't know what to say about XRP. It's holding the trend line for its dear life, but like, let me show you something, how XRP looks to me. It looks like it wants to jump into the pool, into the water here. This is my XRP TA, guys. Joking. Let's actually find an entry. I don't like XRP, honestly, here to trade it. Like, you have this insane move up that is just vertical, and in my opinion, what I see a lot, these moves get filled at some point. They get filled. So it would not surprise me at all if XRP does this and eventually fills at least half of the move. So yeah, definitely keep this in mind. This, in my opinion, odds are pretty good for that. We had a long setup on XRP. Oh, my connection.